There is a very interesting passage in the Bible, very interesting factor from the Bible. That is about sons of Zebedee, John and James. In fact, they were not good people initially. Though we know Saint John is an apostle, a loving apostle whom Jesus loved the most, and he is the messenger of love. His writings, especially the epistles of Saint John, is very famous for love and love of God and love God, all these things. But he was not so initially. We read like this in the Bible, especially when Jesus and the disciples were going through a Samaritan village. The villagers did not accept Jesus. And then John and James, they got offended and they came and asked Jesus, we read like this, Gospel of Luke chapter 9 verse 56. We read like this. 54, we read like this. When his disciples James and John saw it, they said, Lord, do you want us to command fire to come down from heaven and consume them? Because one village, Samaritan village, did not accept Jesus, the disciples got really angry, especially John and James. All the other disciples kept quiet. And they expected Jesus to bring fire from heaven and destroy them. But Jesus doesn't seem to be doing anything against this village. Then suddenly James and John trying to help Jesus. Jesus, if you don't know how to bring it, we will bring it. You just give us the permission, we will bring fire from heaven and consume all of them. So they were full of fury and anger and unforgiveness and hatred and revenge. And these are the people, John and James. Jesus immediately rebuked them. And Jesus knew these are very dangerous people. If I don't treat them, if I don't discipline them, if I don't train them, they will become terrorists tomorrow. So he didn't want to feed some terrorist among his disciples. Therefore, he started loving John and James in a special way. That is why John became the most loved person by Jesus. Jesus loved him most because he is a terrorist. And he could be a terrorist. And through love, he made him a lamb of God. He made him like a lamb, a loving child of God. For that, Jesus used one easy method, the easiest way to bless and heal John from this attitude. Because Jesus knew his mother is the best person to train such people. His mother is the best person to train them, because Jesus knew how he was trained by his mother. And that is why when Jesus was dying on Mount Calvary, Jesus entrusted his mother to John. My dear brothers and sisters, if Mother Mary is in your home, you will be like Jesus. You will be like Jesus, full of love, just like John became full of love. That is why Jesus knew every Christian family needs Mother Mary. That is why John, the representative of the Christianity, the representative of the church, representative of all the Christians, the disciples of Jesus, to John, Jesus said, here is your mother. Take my mother as your mother. You all will be safe. Take my mother as your mother. You will be like me. Take my mother like you are as your mother. Then you will be full of love, disciples of love. Praise the Lord.